So, how should you fill out your Form I-751? Let's see.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how to fill out the I-751 form, which is the petition to remove conditions on green card on residence. So this is required steps for us immigrants because when we first receive our first green card, it's only good or valid for 2 years, and then right after which we need to do this removal of petition to remove conditions in order for us to get our new green card. And then to extend our stay here in the United States. Then eventually, you can apply for citizenship. So if you were able to watch my previous vlog about the filing calculator, I've mentioned that I actually received the reminder to file I-751 from USCIS. And within that letter, it will tell you all the necessary requirements and the links that you have to go to in order for you to download the form and to see the other requirements and the fee. So for this one, guys, within that letter, because this is just case-to-case basis, if in any case that you are not able to file your papers within the 90 days period, there are certain requirements, there are certain exceptions. So I will just go ahead and tell you some of it, which is actually included in the paper or in the letter. So it says here, exceptions to the requirement to submit form I-751 jointly with your spouse or step-parent. You may submit form I-751 without your spouse or step-parent's participation if you or your parent entered the marriage in good faith, but your spouse, step-parent, subsequently died. Second, you or your parent entered the marriage in good faith, but the marriage was later terminated due to divorce or annulment. Third, you entered the marriage in good faith, but you have been battered or subject to extreme cruelty by your spouse. Fourth, your parent entered the marriage in good faith, but you have been battered or subject to extreme cruelty by your parent's spouse or by your conditional resident parent, or the termination of your status and removal from the United States would result in extreme hardship. So this one says here, if one of these situations applies to you, you can submit form I-751 at any time before your conditional permanent resident status expires. So for this one, I will show you the link where to go to in order for you to fill out the form. It's actually pretty straightforward and it's very easy. Let's say that you're going to renew your or you're going to apply for removal of conditions together with your children or with your child. You can also just fill out the same form. So it's actually pretty easy. But with my case, since we don't have any kids yet, I'm gonna be filing it just for myself. So without further ado, I'll go right ahead and show you how to do it.
So let's just open up a browser. So for this case, let's go to Google and then type in form I-751 petition to remove conditions on residence. Then let's click on this link. And then for this one, guys, make sure that you're always using the recent version of the form. So which means that you need to download the form right when you're actually about to fill it out and submit your papers. So let's just go ahead and read through, because with my case, guys, I always would like to read through first, so just to check if there's any update or something like that. So for the eligibility, it says here, in general, you must file with your spouse within 90 days of your 2-year green card, officially known as your permanent resident card. So all of the steps and the information that's needed, it's going to be on this site. For this one, once you complete your form, make sure that it's completely signed as well. Then you have to pay the filing fee if applicable, and then you need to provide all the required evidence and supporting documentation. For this one, guys, able for you to know how much you needed to pay for your submission or for your documents, let's just go ahead and scroll down below. We will see here there is a link to use the fee calculator. So with this one, guys, this is applicable especially for people who have kids. Just go ahead and look for the file or the form, which is I-751. Now, says here, tell us more about your form I-751. Now, if you have kids that you're going to be filing together with the petition of removal, just indicate here. But if it's just going to be for yourself, you can just click 0, and then you will see the total amount of the filing fee. So this is going to be $680 for us, guys, if you're just going to be filing for yourself. And for this one, guys, make sure that you make it a habit to read the instructions, because this is going to be very helpful for you, especially if this is your first time filling out this kind of documentation. This is going to give you a better idea of what to write and what not to write on your submission, on your papers. And also, this is going to give you an idea of what particular requirements that are needed in order for them to approve your request. And also for this one, special note, as mentioned earlier, if it's not your fault that you forgot or you failed to actually submit your papers on time, there was actually a link there that you'll be able to click, or a phone number that you can call in order to explain to them why you weren't able to file it timely. Then now let's go ahead and go to the form I-751. So as mentioned here, type or print in black ink. So for people like me who doesn't have printer at home, I usually wanted to just go ahead and fill it out and then send it to USPS. So for this one, guys, the information about you are the conditional resident. So you put your married name here. So this is just an example. So let's just say my last name is Peterson, and then my first name is Samantha, and then my middle name is Santiago. So country of birth, of course, Philippines, and then country of citizenship or nationality, Philippines, of course. And if you're from the different country, you just have to put in the specific country where you actually lived before or where you were born before. And then if you have a number, you can go ahead and list it out. Now, if you also have to put your social security number, and then if you do have a USCIS online account number, you can do so. But if you don't have any, you can just put NA. And then for this one, guys, the other names used, this is your maiden name before you got married. Because of course that was your first and previous name, so you go ahead and fill it out here. So my last name is Santiago, first name Samantha, then my middle name, let's just go ahead and create something. Okay, Reyes. Then for this one, NA, since I don't have any other names. So for the marital status, married, and then you just have to put here the date that you got married. Okay, so guys, as mentioned, disclaimer, this is just a sample. And then place of marriage, so just go ahead and put here where you actually got married at. So let's just go ahead and create something here. Let's say Idaho, USA. Okay, so let's just scroll down. So this one, your date of birth. So let's just go ahead and pick something here. So March 12, 1980. And then for this one, guys, if your marriage is already done or you've already had a divorce, you have to actually indicate here the date or if there's a death or something. But if it's not applicable for you, you can leave it blank or just put NA. And then your conditional residence, which is the expiry date of your green card, you can go ahead and put it here. Okay, so let's scroll down. Part 1, information about you. The mailing address, in care of name, it's either you can put your name or you can also put your husband's name. But in my case, I actually put my own name. And then street number and name. Let me just go ahead and create something here. Disclaimer, guys, do not send anything or try to send a letter to this address because this is just a made-up address. So let me just go ahead and think of what we can put on the address. So this one, guys, this is your specific address, okay? This is just an example. And then let's put here city or town. Let's just put Trevor. I don't know if there's such. Let's go and check. Let's see, Florida. Let's see this. And then for a zip code, let's make up something 923647. Okay, so if you're married and if this is different marriage than the one through which you gain conditional resident, just click yes. If not, click no. Okay, and have you resided at any other addresses or address since you became a permanent resident? If you did, then just say yes. If not, just say no. So if you say yes to this item, says here on the last page, guys, there is a part 11 additional information which you can actually put in the necessary information if you have a different address. So for the spouse or parent spouse currently serving, no for me. If it's yes for you, just click on yes. Is your physical address different from your mailing address? If it's yes, just put in the other physical address down here. But if it's the same as your physical address, you just have to choose no. And as mentioned, guys, if it's not applicable for you, just leave it blank or put an A. So for this one, let's see the biographic information, ethnicity, not Hispanic or Latino, then race. I'm Asian. If you're Asian, just click which is applicable for you. And then for your height, let's just say 5'5". And then for the weight, it's gonna be in pounds. So it's gonna be 120. Okay, so additional information about you. Are you in removal, deportation? No. Was the fee paid to anyone other than the attorney? No. Have you been arrested? No. So if everything is not applicable for you, just click on no. Then the eye color, mine is brown. My hair color is black. So this one, guys, even if typically for us Filipinos, we usually dye our hair, but just put there black. Then part 3, basis for petition, joint filing. My conditional residence is based on my marriage, so just click there my spouse. And then waiver or for individual filing request. So this is the one that I was actually talking about for a waiver. If it's not applicable for you, just leave it blank. And then part 4, information about the US citizen. So this is about your husband and your children if you have any. So this is going to be your husband's information. So just put in your husband's name, and then after which just put your husband's date of birth. Also, you have to include your husband's US Social Security number. And then for the A number, if your husband has an A number, you can put it there. But if he doesn't, you can just leave it blank or just put NA. And then for this one, the physical address, you can just go ahead and put in the same address as yours if you both live at the same address. And then city or town, and then Florida. And then I forgot, let's just go ahead and make this up. And then do not forget to put in USA under the country field. And then this one, information about your children. If you do have children that you would like to file together with you, then you can just go ahead and put it there. But if none, you can either leave it blank or just put NA. So this is gonna be all NA for me. Let's go ahead and just put here NA. Okay, so let's scroll down. So this is just a physical address with if you're gonna file together with your children. So part 6, accommodations for individuals with disabilities or impairments. So are you requesting an accommodation because of your disabilities? No. Are you requesting because of your spouse's disabilities? No. So impairments for children? No. So if you actually answered yes, there are some fields down there that you can actually put in the information or the necessary explanation. And then this one, petitioner statement, this is you. So I can read English and understand English. So just put here your preferred mobile number or your telephone number. So for me, just gonna go ahead and put the same here under the mobile number. There we go. And then do not forget to put your email address, especially if you have one, because they can actually easily communicate with you electronically. And then acknowledgement of appointment, so you can just go ahead and put your name here or your initials. So for me, I'm just gonna go ahead and put in my whole name. So once you put your whole name here, there's gonna be another page wherein you need to sign. Give me one moment here. This one. So the petitioner's signature, that's going to be your signature, and then the date you signed your papers. Okay, on the other side, it's going to be for your spouse, so your husband can understand English, and you have to put your husband's phone number here, and then your spouse email address if he has one. Okay, and then scroll down. So acknowledgement, you can either just put the whole name of your husband or his initials. So in my case, I actually put in his whole name, and then you need your spouse's signature and also the date that he signed it. And then since we didn't use any interpreter, just NA, this is all NA. There we go. So because we are the same person who actually prepared this, so this is going to be NA. And then if it's not applicable for you guys, as mentioned, just leave it blank. And this is the part wherein I've mentioned earlier, if you do have additional address that you need to put in, you can actually just go to this page, part 11. You just need to include the page number and then the part number, the item number, so they can easily point it out.
So that's all for today, guys. So hopefully you like this vlog and hopefully you learned something. And please don't forget to like and share and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to be notified every time you upload a new vlog. So till next time, guys. Bye!